Right, welcome back. Last time we had a war with England that Iberia started. It was rather indecisive because while they did have a stronger army, I was continuously able to, well, I was able to eventually keep fighting them off and besiege my own provinces in Scotland. The real reason why it was inconclusive was because Iberia has a claim here, and they used that as a war goal. No one even bothered to send any ships or troops over here, so yeah. In case you're wondering why my stability, corruption, legitimacy are so bad, well, I recently did this major reform of state tax farming, and several reforms within the bureaucracy. For example, banned the sale of office, went all the way up to limited tenure for term of office, went to a organized hierarchy within the bureaucracy, and also went through higher recommendation. Is there anything else I did? Nope, that's it. Okay. Still plenty of reforms. I kept going until I ran out of 11 points because, well, if I max out on both kinds of corruption anyway, I may as well. So, plenty of reforms. My income's going to be totaled for the next few years, but once that's done and over with, it's going to skyrocket. I've also been continuing to grab more terrain in South Africa and along the Senegambia nodes, including getting this, well, the single most powerful province in West Africa. Important. There's no major, but it's still extremely helpful in controlling trade, and I've picked up all the remaining trading post provinces anyway, so yeah. I've moved on to other locations, specifically trying to finish filling out South Africa. In addition, the colony is slowly expanding, though it will take its sweet time. And I've grabbed the mission benefit for subduing Scotland, because I needed it during that war. Anyway. Let's see how that fire that I started last time, at the end of last time, burns out. Not again! We're doing this again! At least this time I'm a little bit prepared. But I just went through a major amount of reforms. So many that my corruption's still... Oh, jeez. I cannot recover morale. I cannot really recover morale. Oh no. That's not good. Just max that out for a few months. Alright, that's only just 0.5. That's not worth it. Just have to wait and see. And hope that Iberia actually bothers to... Thank you! You're actually doing it properly! Burgundy became a division of Milan. Oh, the general died. That's reasonably good. I'm not sure if I want to fight. Especially not with totaled morale. Okay, is there a way to... That's 5 state corruption. I need better than that, but there's nothing else. Temporarily trash my stability by overturning the status quo. That will force corruption down by a base amount, so I can start working with that. I don't have much longer, though. I have 2 more months. 2 more months, probably. Oh, my headphones are close to dying. That's great. Oh, that's nice. I'd like for you to get to ignore Namibia, because Namibia's kind of pointless. Focus on some actual stuff. Well, I have a general, they don't. Defensive terrain. Okay, the lack of morale is fine. I wonder where the rest of their army's at. Right, let me just grab a cord to plug the headphones in to the computer. Well, that's pretty much everything I wanted. I'm honestly surprised I got this much. Oh, Wales is... Really? Would it have been too much? Apparently so. Coral. Depends on... what exactly I do depends on how quickly it takes it. Until Iberia removes its guarantee on Wales. Because if they do so quickly, then I can just waltz in and take the province. Would be nice. It would be really nice. On trade. Fine. I'm fairly certain it won't be enough. Maybe getting started would help. I think my issue might actually be city charters. Yeah, I think I can afford Colonial office now. A proper commitment to establish colonies warrants the arrangement of dedicated administrators to oversee and promote the development of sponsored colonies. That should allow me to finish up colonizing as much of the Caribbean as I can. Ensuring as much of the colonial region, well, all the colonial region is under my control will keep things going well. It allows me room to dominate trade. Yep, okay, I lost the opportunity. At least the initial one. Okay, here's hoping that the increase of bureaucratic influence drops aristocratic influence. No, not particularly. Well, I can still work towards lowering the gravity. sometimes there's a double on my mouse lately. It has gotten very annoying. Now we've got extended levies and cash dues. I still can't get volunteers, but I just need a specifically lower noble influence, and then I've got it. So it helps that their base gravity reduction means that the resting point for the power is 5% lower. Should be anyway. Some provinces are at their cap, thanks to tribes, but okay, promote support commerce. Any interesting reforms? Enforce sovereign law. I think that's a bit too painful at the moment, so I'm not touching that. Nah, I don't have any major unrest issues. Oppose populist reform. Totally don't have any major unrest issues. I just need to gain some stability back on those reactionary warlords, so how can it disappear? Right. Is there anything else? Nah, I don't really need to expand the bureaucracy at the moment anyway. Perpetual reform is a ways away. Actually, it's fairly close. Oh. So if I expand the bureaucracy, it should be enough. Let's do that. Okay. Right. I need to apply my new trader. I know the perfect location for you. Let's send your trade power somewhere useful. With some trade value over to South Africa. I think I'll just collect from trade here. After all, I don't have much control over the Senegambia node, so... right, I should grab the Hussars tech. Funny enough, I don't actually get Hussars, I instead get the demi-culverts. Land morale plus 0.09, maneuver plus 10%, cavalry shock plus 0.3. Still a cavalry shock buff. That's good. I think I need more Diplotech. I want to get more expedition range. Yeah, tech level 35. Circumnavigation of the globe. Ship durability plus 2%, trade range plus 60, pathing rank 4 unlocked. Galleons, naval force level plus 5%, enables the galleon. The Navy board, siege blockade progress plus 1, ship durability plus 2%, naval morale plus 0.2, naval engagement plus 1, or whatever. Line of battle, global naval engagement width plus 1%, naval morale plus 0.3. There we go. I can now send expeditions to other locations. Specifically, Eastern America. I'm not giving the aristocrats more influence. Right, I think this is a good point to stop. First things first. Oh yes, we have exactly the... Oh, so it's one of the following. Bureaucratic advisor or 30 bureaucratic influence. Well, I'm gonna need to do some stuff though. Yield concessions to ancient liberties. Where's my stability at? Okay, to ensure this works without too much issues, I'm going to provide temporary tax relief to get my stability up. Oh, and I'm probably going to go to a volunteer system as well. Yeah. It's a perfect combination. Sadly, it means I'll start falling behind in Miltech, but fine for now. Just need to ensure that I get the next institution as soon as possible. Right. Oh, it's just behind there. Okay. Second, I was wondering where it was. Further reform. There we go. Great success. Alright, arrange a strategic marriage. I need to ensure that their loyalty remains reasonable, so... These are temporary measures. Just to ensure that nothing goes wrong, at least for a while. Autonomy's too high for those sorts of things, okay. Right, I can't do tech right now. Okay, good point to stop. Well, I probably should do the grain dole. Yeah, that's a good idea. This will help keep everything under control as the nobles complain thoroughly about their privileges being reduced. Not so much about the fact that I now have volunteers, but yeah. So, I finished the colonization of South Africa. Outside of Sedunda, slowly making its way via event into the inland provinces. I have complete control over it, so there's not going to be any Europeans messing about. For the moment, I'm just collecting. Later on, if I get more control over the Senegambia node, I'll probably start sending things in a more interesting direction. I've also gotten a few provinces in Indonesia. I do plan on coming back later for more, but for right now, I've changed my focus to getting more of Eastern America, though I am running out of provinces, so... After that, Canada. I want to get as much of the eastern seaboard trade as I can. After all, it's the only node that flows straight to the Norwegian Sea node. So... And I can move Caribbean trade to there. I've also grabbed another idea from colonialism ideas. The rest of my points are either stored for later or focused on getting more tech. For right now, yeah. Casual literacy is becoming more and more egregious in its cost. I am, however, getting it from institution spread, knowledge sharing from Iberia. That's going to need another couple of decades of that to reach my capital. After that, it will start spreading on its own. I won't need it anymore. At least not as much. It's still going to be very expensive. However, I have started a construction project inside of the capital in order to get amenities to rank 4. This will take a while, but I've got the population necessary for such jobs, so no problem whatsoever. Oddly, the industries aren't actually doing all too well. Hey, what happened to the luxury cloth industry? The luxury cloth industry vanished, didn't it? I think there's a limited number of slots in each province. I think that might have been hit. Dang it. Oh well. So yeah, Iberia went to war with England, except this time they actually managed to siege down the province, so no problems anymore, and I got all these provinces for myself, well, almost all of these. They also released Wales and guaranteed them for a short while, but I got it back. The alliance also broke at some point, but I got it back too. I think I should maintain and improve relations here because, well, yeah. I've done some minor reforms, some major reforms. Extended levies, cash dues, nobility, and volunteers. Those are the major reforms I did, which is actually quite a bit. Certainly is an important set of steps forward. Given time, I can also go to aristocracy. After that is where it starts to become difficult. Gentry is a tough one to reach, even with help from because at that point you can't have help from the tribes. Because you need to get to noble administration for, as well as career soldiery. That is difficult to get with the tribes around. And freeholding is, yeah. You need formal justice and sovereign courts and law. Formal structure and sovereign courts and justice. And also 35 average noble power. Yeah, good luck with that one. But plus 15% rural productivity is absurdly good. I also need to think about working towards getting extensive charters. Because right now, unsupported is causing severe problems. Yeah. Still, lots of progress made, even if I can't afford Miltech anymore. But the plus 22% is just so draining. At least I'm ahead on Miltech compared to England, which is the important thing. I need to make sure I'm ahead of England. That way I can consistently use quality to win battles. Well, relatively consistently. They're still on local armies, so I presume that they're still on... Yeah. They're still on noble levies. Excellent. Or, at best, extended levies. They're definitely, however, stuck to devolved military service. But here I am on volunteers. After that is enlistment, although I'm going to need rank 3. Military organization, and also, well, a formal structure for provincial administration. And I need to get 30 bureaucratic influence, but that one's not tough. I'm reliably getting it now whenever I boost the influence of the bureaucrats. So, I mean, that's how I managed to get all those reforms through. I mean, I could still institute literacy tests, but efficiency is not worth the increased power from wealth. On my timeline, it's after getting freeholding, because then I don't need to deal with the elites anymore. Problem is, freeholding is next to impossible. Even in my Death Martian game, I was sitting on gentry the entire game because freeholding is so tough. Anyway, I have gone on long enough, especially complaining about the nobility. I can complain about the nobility all day, though. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.